All right, man, we're here.
This is culturally inappropriate.
Hey, welcome to Culturally Inappropriate with AC Lee. I'm here. I don't want to call this the first or the second episode of Culturally Inappropriate because it's kind of a one off. It's me getting back in the groove, getting back in the rhythm. It's me. I think I'm going to end up putting this out the way I'm feeling right now. But I'm here to talk to you all because I do the Village Vets on Monday, live on Facebook, about 8 p.m. every Monday. Tune in live on Facebook, YouTube. Adam Christopher on Facebook. Go to this YouTube page, Culturally Inappropriate, Village Vets YouTube page. We stream live on Instagram Live for the first hour. Check us out on the Village Vets Instagram. You can catch us on Kick, Village Vets Pod. You can catch us on what's that other streaming platform that they use? Dang, bro. I don't even remember it. I know that's bad. But to be honest with you, man, I'm not a streamer. I'm not a streamer in the least bit. I use the streaming platforms to try to reach a new audience. But we're not streamers over here, man. We are conversationalists. We are podcasters, not just podcasters, man. We this is a place where you can come laugh, you can come learn. Hopefully you're learning more than you're laughing, or hopefully the laughing takes you to the learning. But that's what this platform is all about. It's about taking the things that are going on in our lives and applying them to hopefully your lives, helping you understand some things that you may not understand, breaking things down in a language that it's palatable for you. Because I mean, sometimes these people on the news just be saying whatever, and I'm just like, yeah, dog, whatever. But no, anyways, man, I'm here to talk about what's been going on. Probably the biggest story of the week, and that's Jimmy Kimmel being suspended indefinitely for utilizing his free speech. And I want to attack this conversation on many different levels. I want to talk about what Jimmy Kimmel said. I want to talk about Jimmy Kimmel's history. I want to talk about the government crackdown on free speech because government sanctioned free speech and cancel culture is extremely problematic. I want to talk about and ask the question, how do you stand on the Second Amendment while blatantly ignoring the First Amendment? I want to talk about how these mergers, while they may be great for the bottom line of these companies that haven't figured out how to monetize their platforms in a way that maintains their margins, and how problematic that is for us as consumers, and how it kind of plays into what I think this administration is trying to do. I may talk about how a lot of you all are pimping Charlie Kirk and calling him a friend. I think that's pretty disgusting. Not that I'm against people talking about him, but I'm always weird about how we speak on the deceased after their demise. Because yes, I think you have a responsibility to cover it, discuss it, give your feedback, especially if you have a personal relationship with said individual. But at the same time, I noticed this on so many platforms that people will lean into deceased people. They'll read air interviews. They'll do this and that, and it's just kind of weird for me. I understand it because it's successful. It works. You want to pay your respects, but at the same time, is it truly paying respect or is it just a cash grab? I may talk some constitution while we're up there in social contract, and we're gonna weave in some Steve Smith of ESPN, Stephen A. Smith. For those of you who are fans, Steve Smith to me, because I'm not a fan, it may be seen as disrespectful, but I'm not calling him out of his name. And some of the pushback on Pablo Torre. So let's just talk about. We're gonna start here actually. Let's talk about journalism. Now, we're in a day and age where journalism itself is not the most sought after thing. It's not as entertaining as Stephen A. Smith and Shannon Sharp or Ryan Howe or Ryan Clark or Dan Orlovsky yelling back and forth. It's not as entertaining as Pierce Morgan bringing up various professionals to discuss a topic where we know they're going to argue and debate. It's not the same as having a Fox show with the one liberal to get his head kicked in. And there's no difference than what they're doing on CNN and MSNBC. That is entertaining, but it's not the most informative. And we as consumers need to know the difference between news and entertainment. It takes me back to listening to the Dame Dash interview earlier this week and how Dame Dash's OG came up there and was telling the Breakfast Club, "Hey man, y'all are doing good stuff. Y'all are educating the people." And Dame was saying how they have a responsibility because of their platform to properly inform people, and you should not ignorantly misinform your listenership because you can paint a picture about someone, create a public perception around someone that isn't backed in facts. I'm not saying the Breakfast Club is doing that with Dame Dash. I'm not there. I don't listen to the Breakfast Club enough, and I don't personally know what's going on in Dame Dash's life enough. But, anyways, say that to say we have to be responsible, but journalism is important. Good investigative journalism is important because investigative journalism, it oftentimes uncovers corruption and secrets that need to be brought to light, brought to the public.